Mike's in there now. It's a bit weird, the whole sort of like media workout bit.
Yeah.
They're kind of not really sparring, kind of wrestling a bit, showing that Mike's fit. All the media have stood round, no one's talking to him. It's all a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit, but I would say there's a lot of new guys here for one. Plus the fact, I mean, we were going to bring, we've got the whole camps here. We were going to bring Mark, Kenny to pad him and Mario to roll with him, but Zach's here, and all, he's just showing. He's fit, he looks good, bit of movement, Basically, a lot of the stuff doesn't really make it to anything but snapshots anyway. So we've learned from many UFCs that make it look good for short periods of time, and that's pretty much it.
That's quite a big part of the UFC, isn't it? As well as getting the fighters fit and making sure that they're free of injury and making sure that they're ready for the fight physically. Quite a lot of it's making sure that they're media friendly and that they're open to the media.
Well, like I say, this is entertainment, and it's the media play a very big role in this sport. The media can pick your next fight for you if they want. The media can make you look like a bad guy, can make you look like a good guy. We've learned you've got to be media friendly. That's where the fans pick up all the information. That's where they stay on top of it. So a big part of it is being media friendly. Two are probably the biggest media friendly guys for us is in the whole sport is probably Michael and Quentin Jackson. We see it by the press calls. The one guy stacks like this and theirs is like this. Everyone, because they speak well, they're funny, they take time out for the press, and but that's what makes them very popular guys as well. So it is a big part of the sport. Yeah. People say that Mike he never fought the toughest opponents, to get where he got. But if anything, his progress, every step up was calculated. The next one tougher than the last, culminating into where he is today. Last time at light heavyweight, he was built up till he eventually fought Rashad. For me, no disrespect to Rashad, he's a great fighter, but Mike won that fight. The only problem Mike had going into it was that he was the first English guy to main event the UFC. He went in there with a country on his shoulders, an unbeaten record, and a big problem with self-belief. And he still, for me, won the fight. If he wouldn't have had those demons, it would have been a greater victory, and he wouldn't have the doubts that people say about him today. He goes to middleweight. They've got to give him opponents then for him to get comfortable at that weight. And once again, he climbs up the ladder. You can't say Chris Lieben isn't a top opponent. The guys had some of the best fighters being in the business. Mike dealt him a great fight. Mike won in great fashion. So people say all kinds of things, but for us, Mike's progression has been slow, methodical, perfect. His record shows that. His performance shows that. Culminating into the UFC, to fight at UFC when you're about to, get to that level where you are fighting legends like Dan Henderson is perfect for us. The whole thing is perfect, and he's come understanding that, and he'll win.
Mike came up with his strategy, and I just fine-tuned it a little bit. A few tweaks, came up with a couple particular moves that I think we're going to have to do, but I'm the guy that'll be talking to him in between the rounds. They have to know that their guy going into the fight with them really believes as much as they do that they're going to win the fight. And there's no doubt in my mind we're going to win this fight. We're going to drown this guy, and that's exactly what I keep saying it. But he's going to drown. He's going to drown him. He's like anybody, any human being. When you're not getting the respect that you absolutely deserve, damn it pisses you off. But I think for him, it's motivation.
And what is it about the Ghost that you think particularly suit?
Because it's freaking tough in there, man. They have wars every day in there, and even if it's not a fight, it's a jiu-jitsu match. It's very competitive, and I think everybody just, to me, so a lot of those guys don't seem to have a lot, and I'm not putting anybody down, but they're fighting for what they want in their life. So there are a lot of those guys that I'm not saying they're bottomed out, but they're not where they want to be, anywhere close to it, and that's their way out. Fought in the UFC. I still do fight, but I'm more focused right now on being a trainer and a coach.
And then, for you personally, is there some conflict there about coaching or fighting?
I do battle with that a little bit because I'm personally at the end of my fight career, but I know I have a couple more fights in me. I'm really fit. I got 3 or 4 more years left. But I do know that I need to turn it off when it's time to turn it off as a fighter and stay focused as a coach.
Speaking of staying focused, are you going to manage to do that? Anthony stood right behind you. So yeah, so for the moment, coaching, but still thinking about fighting.
Yeah, when the opportunity presents itself. So if I have time off and I can fight and train, I'll do that. But my focus is being a trainer and a coach.
And does Anthony have any say in this?
Absolutely.
He's not fighting ever again.
Yeah, he does. He keeps me in the gym. I get to keep working out, and this is one of the guys that helps me keep the jobs that I have and help him. And we're building the team together. So I love to be a part. I love being a part of it.
Did you find it? Okay.